I'm 87 years old. I'm sitting here and I can hear the clock on the wall. It's a sound I've come to know very well. It's the sound of waiting. But I'm not waiting for anything in particular anymore. I'm just here. And there's a question that sits with me. It's the only one that seems to matter now. It took me a lifetime to hear it. It's not a dramatic question. It's very simple. It's just, what are you doing? Let me explain. For most of my life, I was a man who did things. I had a title. I was a foreman at the machine shop. My job was to make sure things ran smoothly, efficiently, on time. I got up at 5:30. I put on my work shirt, the same shade of blue. I ate toast. I kissed my wife, Helen, on the cheek. I drove my '78 Ford Fairlane to the shop. I made sure the lathes were running, the orders were filled, the men were on task. I came home. I ate dinner. I watched a little television. I went to bed. I did this for 42 years. I thought I was building something, a life, security, a future. I was providing. That was the word I used. I'm providing. It was a good word, a solid word. It meant I was doing what I was supposed to do. Helen kept the house. She raised our son, Michael. She made the meals, she tended the garden, she did all the invisible work that lets a man think his world is stable. And I provided. I thought that was the transaction. That was the deal. My time with them was the space left over, the margins. Saturday afternoons if there was no overtime, a couple weeks in the summer. Evenings sometimes, though I was often tired, truly tired. The kind of tired that isn't just in your body but in your bones. It makes you quiet. It makes you just want to sit. Helen would ask me, "What are you thinking about?" And I'd say, "Nothing, dear, just work." It was easier than trying to explain the weight of it, the constant low hum of responsibility, the pressure to keep it all going. I thought my silence was a form of strength, my distance a necessity. I wasn't cruel. I wasn't absent. I was just preoccupied. My mind was always at the shop, even when my body was home. I was solving problems there. I was making sure things ran. I assumed home ran itself. Michael was a good boy, quiet. He liked to build models, airplanes. He de-spread the little pieces out on the kitchen table, this tiny bottle of glue, and work for hours with this intense focus. I'd watch him sometimes from the doorway. I'd think, he's got good concentration. I'd feel a flicker of pride. Then I'd think about an issue with a delivery schedule and I'd walk away. I remember one Saturday, he must have been 9 or 10. He was trying to fix the wheel on his bicycle. It was wobbling. He had the bike upside down on the lawn and he was fumbling with a wrench, his little hands all grease. I saw him from the kitchen window. I was having my coffee, reading the paper, the sports section. I saw him struggling. I should have gone out there. That's the obvious thing. I should have put my paper down, walked outside, knelt in the grass beside him, shown him how to tighten the nut properly. Maybe talked about anything, about school, about baseball. But I didn't. I remember the thought I had so clearly. I thought, he's figuring it out. It's good for him. It builds character. And I turned the page. I finished my coffee. I heard the wrench clang on the driveway, a sound of frustration. Then it went quiet. Later, I saw the bike leaning against the garage. The wheel was still crooked. That's how it happens. That's the slow cost. It's not one big, terrible argument. It's not an affair or a bankruptcy. It's 1,000 moments of turning the page. It's choosing the quiet inside over the messy outside. It's a wobbling bicycle wheel that never gets fixed. You don't see the damage at the time. It just feels like living. It feels like getting through the day. Years go by that way. They just evaporate. Michael grew up. He stopped building models. He got interested in music, which I didn't understand. He had a girlfriend. He went to college not too far away. He became a man I recognized less and less because I hadn't been paying close enough attention to the boy he was. Our conversations were updates. How are classes? Fine. Do you need money? I'm okay. Then Helen would get on the phone and they'd talk for an hour. I'd hear her laughing in the other room. I'd feel a vague sense of being left out, but I'd bury it. I was providing, was I? I'd paid for the college. That was my part. Helen was the constant, the warmth in the house. She was the one who remembered birthdays, who made Christmas happen, who knew our neighbors' names. I orbited her like a slow, steady planet. I loved her. I know I did. But I wonder now if she ever felt lonely living with me, with my quiet, my preoccupation. I'd come home and she'd have this light about her, something she wanted to tell me about her day, something funny one of her friends said, a bird she saw at the feeder. And I'd listen, but only halfway. I'd nod. I'd say, "That's nice, dear." And I'd see the light in her eyes just settle, not go out, but settle, like she was putting the story back on a shelf for later, for someone else who might want to hear it. That's a terrible thing to realize now, that I made her a collector of unwrapped gifts. The turning point wasn't sudden. It was a diagnosis. Helen S. It started with a forgetfulness that was more than ordinary, a confusion, tests. Then the word dementia, a slow unraveling. My job, my providing, ended the day I retired. The shop didn't need me. The machines kept running with someone else. But this new task, this care for Helen, became my entire world, and I was so poorly prepared for it. I could manage schedules, I could manage inventory. But how do you manage the slow fading of the person you love? How do you provide for someone who is, day by day, leaving you? The hardest days were the clear ones. In the middle of the fog, she'd suddenly surface. She'd look at me, really see me. And one afternoon, we were sitting in this very room. The sun was coming in. She was quiet for a long time. Then she turned to me. She looked so sad, so profoundly sad. She said, "Robert, what are you doing?" Not angry, not accusing, just curious, and deeply, deeply weary. I fumbled. I said, "I'm sitting with you, sweetheart. We're having our afternoon." She shook her head slowly. She wasn't talking about that moment. She was talking about all of them, the whole life. The lifetime of me being busy, being preoccupied, being somewhere else while I was right there. "All this time," she said so softly, "what were you doing?" Then the clarity left her eyes again. She drifted off, looked out the window. But the question, it stuck in the air. It stuck in me. It's still here. She's gone now, 5 years ago. Michael lives across the country. He calls every Sunday. We talk for 15 minutes. The conversation is kind, careful. We are two polite men who share a history and a name. He has his own life, his own family. He's a good son. He visits when he can. But we don't have a vocabulary for anything deeper than the weather and the kids' grades. We never built it. I was too busy building something else. So now I sit. I hear the clock. I have all the time in the world and none at all. What was I doing? I was doing my job. I was following the rules. I was being responsible. I was worrying about tomorrow. I was making sure the lawn was mowed. I was making sure the retirement fund was healthy. I was being a solid, reliable man. And in all that doing, I missed the being. I missed my son's childhood. I missed the daily miracle of my wife's company. I missed my own life because I was too busy maintaining it. I thought love was something you built by providing the structure. But love is what happens in the rooms inside the structure. It's the sound of a voice, the touch of a hand, the shared silence that isn't empty. I furnished the house, but I left the rooms bare. That's what I can't fix. I can't go back to that Saturday lawn and kneel beside that boy. I can't go back to those evenings and listen, really listen to my wife's stories. I can't reclaim the millions of moments I traded for a sense of duty. That time is just gone. It's the only real currency we have, and I spent almost all of mine on things that turned to dust as soon as I touched them. If you're listening to this and you're younger in the thick of it, I'm not going to tell you to quit your job. I'm not going to tell you to chase your dreams. That's not it. I'll just say this. Maybe once in a while in the middle of your busy day, you can ask yourself that question, not as a criticism, just as a check-in, a gentle touch on your own shoulder. What are you doing? Are you worrying about a problem that won't matter in a year? Are you staring at a screen while a person who loves you is in the next room? Are you planning for a future that isn't guaranteed at the expense of a present that is? Are you, like I was, just providing and forgetting to be present? Don't answer me, answer yourself. The noise of life is so loud. The demands, the notifications, the deadlines, the expectations. It all feels so urgent, but under it, there's that quiet clock. And the people you love, who are alive right now with their own hearts beating, their own stories waiting to be heard. That's all I have. It's not a secret to happiness. It's just an observation from the far end of things. A question that found me too late. My name is Robert, I'm 87, and for what it's worth from where I sit now, this is what I see.